Every true love and friendship is a story of unexpected transformation. If we are the same person before and after we loved, that means we haven't loved enough. Books change us. Books save us. I know this because it happened to me. Whatever happens in your life, no matter how troubling things might seem, do not enter the neighborhood of despair. Even when all doors remain closed, God will open up a new path only for you. Be thankful. Do not go with the flow, be the flow. You see, unlike in the movies, there is no "the end" sign flashing at the end of books. When I have read a book, I don't feel like I have finished anything, so I start a new one. Patience does not mean to passively endure. It means to be far-sighted enough to trust the end result of a process. Love cannot be explained, yet it explains all. Some cities you go to because you want to. Some cities you go to because they want you to. Where there is love, there is bound to be heartache. The words that come out of our mouths do not vanish but are perpetually stored in infinite space, and they will come back to us in due time. Stop running after the waves, let the sea come to you. Either grant me the bliss of the ignorant or give me the strength to bear the knowledge. I hunt everywhere for a life worth living and a knowledge worth knowing. Having roots nowhere, I have everywhere to go. Fret not where the road will take you. Instead, concentrate on the first step. That's the hardest part, and that's what you are responsible for. Each time I say goodbye to a place I like, I feel like I am leaving a part of me behind. Sometimes, for the soul to thrive, the heart needs to be broken, son. Moments are born and moments die. For new experience to come to life, old ones need to wither away. Love exists within each of us from the moment we are born and waits to be discovered from then on. If you want to change the way others treat you, you should first change the way you treat yourself. What I am saying is, my friends, one ought to be able to let go. If a path does not please us, instead of insisting on going that specific way of making our selfishness to guide, we ought to forsake. Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you. And do not worry that your life is turning upside down. How do you know that the side you are used to is better than the one to come? The past lives within the present, and our ancestors breathe through our children. When you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you, a joy. Imagination was a dangerously captivating magic for those compelled to be realistic in life, and words could be poisonous for those destined always to be silenced. It's odd how faces, solid and visible as they are, evaporate while words made of breath stay. Love has no labels, no definitions. It is what it is, pure and simple. Love is the water of life, and a lover is a soul of fire. The universe turns differently when fire loves water. Little did she yet understand that the end of childhood comes not when a child's body changes with puberty, but when her mind is finally able to see her life through the eyes of an outsider. Intellect and love are made of two different materials. Intellect ties people in knots and risks nothing, but love dissolves all tangles and risks everything. For apprentices everywhere, no one told us that love was the hardest craft to master. We must do what we can to mend our lives. We owe that to ourselves, but we need to be careful not to break others while achieving that. Personally, I didn't think there was anything wrong with sadness, just the opposite. Hypocrisy made people happy and truth made them sad. Cities are erected on spiritual columns, like giant mirrors. They reflect the hearts of their residents. If those hearts darken and lose faith, cities will lose their glamour. No reason to feel depressed about being depressed. A depression can be a golden opportunity to collect the pieces and build ourselves anew. What was love if it wasn't nursing someone else's pain as if it were your own? A saint belongs to all humanity. Never had it occurred to him that you could deceive the person you held dear. It was his first lesson in the complexity of love. The highest activity a human being can attain is learning for understanding, because to understand is to be free. It was always like this. When you spoke the truth, they hated you. The more you talked about love, the more they hated you. How terrible it was to still be mentally and emotionally attached to someone from whom you have been physically separated. The world is no longer the same for the one who has fallen in love, the one who is at its very center. It can only spin faster from now on.